Hello friends, welcome to the online sessions of Renewable Energy Engineering. Myself Pravin Zinzala from LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. In today's session, we will discuss about the example from wind energy. In the previous lecture, we also derived the different equation related to the wind turbine. It's like the power available in wind, power extraction from wind, maximum power available from wind turbine, maximum axial thrust, maximum torque and maximum axial force or thrust in wind turbine. And we also discuss about what is the drag and lift force. So in today's session, we will discuss about the example of wind turbine. So let's start our session. First example is, in given data, a propeller type horizontal shaft wind turbine has diameter of 80 meter and its operating speed is 40 rpm at maximum efficiency. Wind at a 1 bar and 25 degrees centigrade has a velocity of 10 meter per second. Calculate total power density in wind stream, maximum obtainable power density. Third, reasonable obtainable power density assuming the efficiency is equal to 35%. Total power produced and torque and axial thrust produced at maximum efficiency. Means this is the example given related to our maximum efficiency. Given data is diameter of wind turbine is equal to 80 meter, RPM is equal to 40, pressure is equal to 1 bar, temperature is equal to 25 bar, means 298 Kelvin, velocity is given 10 meter per second, efficiency is given 35% and density of air. We can also calculate the density of air. Density is equal to pressure by RT, means R is equal to gas constant and T is equal to temperature. So the density is equal to pressure in given data in given is bar. So we have to also consider into Pascal, means 1 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square. R is equal to 287, it is the constant, and temperature is equal to 298 Kelvin. So the final density is equal to 1.169 kg per meter cube. First we calculate the power density in wind stream, means power available from wind or power available in wind. So its equation is, or we can also say that total power. Equation of total power is equal to 1/2 rho A V cube. Power density means power per unit area. So it's called power density. So we have to divide the total power into area. So it's called power density. So the equation is 1/2 rho A V cube. So by inserting the value of rho and V cube, final answer will be 584.5 watt per meter square. So this is the power density. And for total power, we can also multiply the area. So it will be total power. Second is maximum power density, means maximum power per unit area. And this is the equation of maximum power per unit area, means 8 by 27 rho V cube, Vi cube. V is equal to velocity of wind. So by inserting the value, we will get the 346.37 watt per meter square. So this will be maximum power density. Third is reasonable obtainable power density, means efficiency is given. So we can also multiply the efficiency. So we will get the actual power or reasonable power. So here total power density into efficiency. Efficiency is given 35%, means 0.35 value into total power density. So this is the reasonable power density, 204.575 watt per meter square. Fourth one is total power produced, means power into area. And here we are considering the reasonable power. So this is the reasonable power, 204.575 into area. And area is equal to pi by 4 d square. And in fourth point, we also given the diameter of wind turbine. It is the 80 meter. So here by inserting the value pi by 4 d square, d is equal to 80. So 80 square. So the final power produced will be 1028.3 kilowatt. So this is the total power produced for 80 meter diameter of wind turbine. Fifth, torque and axial thrust. Maximum torque and maximum axial thrust. This is the equation of maximum torque. 2 by 27 rho dvi cube by n. N is equal to rotation speed in RPM. 2 by 27 rho, this is the d is equal to diameter. This is the velocity of wind or velocity of air. N is given in RPM. So we have to also convert into second. So the final maximum torque will be 10,391.11 Newton into meter. Maximum axial thrust, equation of maximum axial thrust is pi by 9 rho d square v square. So by inserting the value of density, diameter and area, we will get the maximum axial thrust is equal to 261157.1 Newton, means 2,61,157.1 Newton. So this is the maximum axial thrust. This all point we have to consider for design of wind turbine. Second example from wind turbine. Given data for second example is, the following data refer to a windmill of wind farm in Gujarat. All the wind example, you have to also remember the equations of wind, as like the power, maximum power, obtainable power, reasonable power, power density, torque, maximum torque, axial thrust and maximum axial thrust, and drag and lift force. So you have to also remember all these equations. In given data, following data refer to windmill of wind farm in Gujarat. Average wind speed is 23.5 km per hour. Atmospheric pressure is equal to 1.01 bar. Atmospheric temperature is equal to 30 degree centigrade. Power coefficient is equal to 0.41. Total power output of wind farm is 1 megawatt. Determine available power density of wind. Second, actual power density of windmill. Third, numbers of windmill in farm if the rotor diameter is 25 meter. So in this example, given data is velocity in kilometer per hour, so we have to convert into meter per second. So the 6.53 meter per second. Pressure, temperature, power coefficient 0.41, and total capacity of wind farm is 1 megawatt and diameter of wind turbine is 25 meter. So then step by step we will first calculate the available power density of wind. First of all, we have to calculate the density of air, because density will be required for calculations of power. So density is equal to pressure divided by RT. R is equal to gas constant and T is equal to temperature in Kelvin. So the density of is equal to 1.161 kg per meter cube. First is available power density of wind turbine, means total power divided by area, means total power per unit area, it's called power density. So the equation of power density is equal to 1/2 rho Vi cube. So by inserting the value of density and velocity, we will get the power density 161.637 watt per meter square. Second is actual power density of windmill, means here power coefficient is given, means it is efficiency is given. So by multiplications of power density into power coefficient, so we will get the actual power density, and the answer of power density is equal to 161.63 637 into power coefficient is equal to 0.41. So we will get the answer 66.27 watt per meter square. Means power coefficient into power density. Third, numbers of windmills in wind farm. So first of all, we have to also calculate the actual power, means power density into area. So area is equal to pi by 4 d square, and diameter also given in given data 25 meter. So the inserting the value of diameter, we will get the power developed by windmill is equal to 32,530.21 watt. Means it is the near to 32 kilowatt power, or 32.5 kilowatt power. Means it is the power generating near to 32 kilowatt power. And numbers of windmill means total power divided by power developed by one mill. So we will get the numbers of windmill. So the requirement of total capacity of wind farm and power developed by windmill, we can also calculate the power available by windmill is equal to multiplication of power density into area. So we will get the power developed by one windmill. So the in given data also given the total capacity of wind farm, and we have also calculate the power developed by one windmill. So we will get the answer 30.74, means near to 31 windmill. So for this example, numbers of windmill will be 31 for generations of total power. So this is the second example. Now we will discuss about the third example. It is the related to the drag and leap force. This is the given data. Given data is the following table shows the various angle of attack, leap and drag coefficient for aerofoil DUV 400. Find the design angle of attack. So we have to also calculate the design angle of attack. Here the given the different value of angle of attack. In the previous lecture, we also discussed about the drag and leap force and angle of attack for the aerofoil shape of wind blade. Here also given the different value of leap coefficient and drag coefficient. This value we have to also multiply into 10 raised to minus 2. Calculate the drag and leap force per unit length of blade for the following data. Design wind speed is 10 meter per second. Atmospheric pressure is equal to 1.01 bar. Chord length is equal to 15 centimeter. And atmospheric temperature is equal to 30 degree centigrade. So the almost data same is given: pressure, temperature, speed and chord length. So from this table we have to also find out the optimum drag and leap coefficient, because here the given the different angle of attack, different leap coefficient and drag coefficient. By the continuously increasing the angle of attack, we will get the different leap and drag coefficient. Leap force will be continuously increased. Same as like the drag coefficient will be increased. But we have to also find out the optimum. So for find out the optimum, we have to also compare the different data. Given data is velocity u is equal to 10 meter per second square, pressure, chord length and temperature. Here by this table, we can also calculate the optimum drag and leap coefficient. This is the angle of attack. This is the leap coefficient. This is the drag coefficient. We can also take the ratio of leap coefficient and drag coefficient. So we will get the different answer. So by inserting this table, leap coefficient divided by drag coefficient, because our main component is leap coefficient and drag component is parallel to the wind, means it will be create the axial thrust, and leap coefficient will be create the maximum torque. So by ratio of CL by CD, we will get the different value. First of all the 25, 37 increasing the value, then after the decreasing value. if we getting the maximum value, so it will be our optimum drag coefficient and lift coefficient, because by changing the different angle of attack, we will get the different value of CL and CD. So our main component is lift coefficient. So by ratio of, we are getting the maximum value of CL by CD is equal to 55.55, means we will take the value of CL 0.9 and we will take the value CD is equal to 1.62 into 10 raised to 2 for this example. Here the ratio of CL by CD is maximum 55.55. So we are taking the at a 55.55, lift coefficient, drag coefficient and angle of attack will be 8.1. So by comparing the ratio, we will take the value. Design angle of attack will be 8.1. So our first answer is 8.1. CL and CD, CL is equal to 0.9 and CD is equal to 0.0162. Density is equal to pressure by RT. Pressure is equal to 1.01 into 10 raised to 5. This is the in Pascal. Here this is the R is equal to gas constant 0.287 into 10 raised to 3, or we can also say that we are taking the 287 and temperature in Kelvin. So the density will be 1.1614 kg per meter cube. First we calculate the lift coefficient. So lift coefficient means in previous lecture we also derived the equation lift force is equal to lift coefficient into 1 by 2 rho C V U cube, means U is equal to velocity, or in many example also consider as a VI or V as a velocity. So the lift coefficient is equal to lift force divided by 1 by 2 rho C U square. U is equal to velocity and C is equal to chord length. Here the in given data also specify the unit length. So we are only considering the chord length. If they specify the length, so we have to consider the area of lift. By inserting the value in lift force, we will get the answer. Lift coefficient is equal to 0.9, 1 by 2, density, this is the chord length in meter, and velocity is equal to 10. So we will get the final answer for lift force is equal to 7.839 Newton per meter length. Same equation is like the drag coefficient. It is the drag coefficient is equal to drag force divided by 1 by rho C U square. U is equal to velocity, C is equal to chord length. Because the in given data also specify unit length. So we are considering chord length. Drag force is equal to drag coefficient into 1/2 rho C U square. By inserting the value, we will get the drag force is equal to 0.1411 Newton per mm of length. Lift force imported for maximum torque and drag force for axial thrust. So in design of wind mean we have to maximum lift force and minimum drag force. Thank you.